Barnier and Verhofstadt's Brexit threats have worried European firms, blasts German MEP. Mr Henkel urged the European Commission's chief Brexit negotiator Michel Barnier and the European Parliament's divorce coordinator, Guy Verhofstadt, to stop this talk after aiming a series of harsh demands in Britain's direction. Mr Barnier told Britain it would have to abide by EU laws and regulations throughout the period, which finishes on December 31, 2020, as well as blocking the UK from signing its own international trade deals without Brussels' blessing. Belgian MEP Mr Verhofstadt continued to ramp up the EU's tough rhetoric, demanding full, automatic and permanent residency rights for all European Union nationals coming to Britain. He said, "The maintenance of EU citizens' rights during the transition is not negotiable. We will not accept that there are two sets of rights for EU citizens. For the transition to work, it must mean a continuation of the existing acquis with no exceptions." Speaking to the BBC, Mr Henkel warned the senior EU figures about potentially allowing a complete split between Britain and the bloc. The German said it is in Europe's own interest to ensure a close and prosperous relationship post-Brexit. When asked if the pair were simply taking a tough line, he said, "That is exactly what is happening." The reaction of Mr Verhofstadt is typical for him. Everybody focuses on the negative economic effects on the UK, but I tell you, I myself have been for many years the president of the German Federation of Industry, the equivalent of the CBI, and I tell you, I hear increasing worried voices on the continent about the negative effect of Brexit on the continent. It is in the continent's interest that Barnier and Verhofstadt take a different line. We should stop this talk about cherry-picking and things like this. The closer Britain is to the EU, the better the deal is for the British industry. The better the deal will also be for the European industry. It is in our own interest to offer the British the best deal possible. Speaking on her trip to China, Theresa May declared she was determined to fight the EU's proposals when negotiations begin on the transitional period next week. The Prime Minister said, "When we agreed the citizens' rights deal in December, we did so on the basis that people who had come to the UK when we were a member of the EU had made a life choice and set up certain expectations, and it was right that we have made an agreement that ensured they could continue their life in the way they had wanted to. Now, for those who come after March 2019, that will be different because they will be coming to a UK that they know will be outside the EU. This is a matter for negotiation for the immediate period, but I'm clear there's a difference.